Today we're going to be taking a look at Matchbox Moving Parts Mix 7 for 2025. I know I'm skipping 4, 5, and 6 because this mix is amazing and I'm lucky enough to have it beforehand thanks to ordering online. Because I will never find all of these in the store, I just know it. And I might be ordering the next one online too. So we're messing up the order. Not that it really matters. You're not going to get any spoilers for watching 7 here before 5. So I do still plan on doing those other ones. If you're interested in the reviews, they'll be coming soon. But right now, I want to tackle these because the Excursion and the Rover are super exciting for me. But we're going to start with the only recolor of the mix, the Ford Focus RS, debuting in blue, I think 2 years ago, and now getting a recolor in this pastel, they're not even pastel, it's metallic, but like a, what do they call it, like a pewter gray, Nardo gray, I think Audi calls it. So you do get some nice metallic in the paintwork there. You got the RS logo on the front grille. The headlights looking good. Your marker and fog light, I assume, down there below. Ford on the front bumper. Got black rims. Taillights look really good. And then 60R4 RS on the plate. And then RS emblem. You got your reflector, which this one's kind of got a little chunk taken out of it. Ford logo on the back. I think the front end decal is just a little bit better on this one than the previous, although the headlight's still not lined up. I think it looks a little better, but of course the headlight is bigger than what it portrays here. Does get an opening hood. I don't remember if there's engine details on the first version, but this one has engine details. I hope that didn't like chip the paint or anything. Look at that, you got some nice engine details in there. Very solid. I already put a nice fingerprint on the window. But yeah, great release. The hood gap's pretty nice on the side here. It's a little wide on the front there, but at least you can stick your nail in there and get it. There is the Focus, and then we have, actually, there is 4 Fords in this mix. I'm just realizing that now. Going on to one of the other Fords, we got the Ford Thunderbird in this turquoise. This is an amazing, like I said, new casting, and this is an amazing release to release, and it's got some weight to it, which is nice. Look at that metallic turquoise, so awesome. You got headlight details on the front there, and that's it. Hood opens this way. Get ready for the Rover. You do get nice engine details in there. And I like that the apron is all part of the body, so it can remain body color. Actually, a majority of that is part of the body. Is all of it? I think all of that's part of the body, which is cool, because I think the Ford is a plastic from the interior. Yeah, that's all plastic from the interior. So this one being part of the body is a great touch. Probably adds to some of that weight that I noticed pulling out of the box. Nice chrome trim on the front there, and then your T-Bird logo smack in the middle, or emblem. The chrome trim down the sides there is a beautiful touch, something you want to see on a mainline. But then your side intake there on the door, or I don't even know if it's intake, but just trim. There's your turbine style taillights, which are super iconic. I feel like they're a little too big compared to the real car. They're just a little bit big in your face there. It could have been shrunken a little bit. Love the casting on this, how the flares flare out. And then Thunderbird on the quarter panel there. The disc wheels are a very nice touch for this. And then, of course, the metal base is awesome. Look at that. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous car. Now we're going to jump completely on the other side of the spectrum. I guess kind of like a modern version of the Thunderbird if you're talking 2-seater luxury cars. This is the Maserati Gran Turismo Folio, or Folio. Actually, it might be a 4-seater, but 2-door. Coupe, Maserati. So Mattel recently just got the Maserati license back this year, I believe. Maybe last year. No, it was this year. At least using it this year. They probably got it last year so they could develop these castings. But the first Matchbox casting ever in the main, or the first Matchbox Maserati casting in the Mattel era, I should say, because they did some in the late 70s, early 80s. The Bora, I believe, or maybe the one that looks like the Bora, the wedge car. And I don't know if they did any others. I have the Bora. That's why I say that. It's probably not even a Bora, but I'm probably confused with another one. But I have it. But yeah, first Maserati in the Mattel era was the MC12 earlier this year, and I'll have a video on that soon. But here we have number 2, the Gran Turismo Fulgio. I'm not going to get that. I think I'm thinking of something else. Folio. Weird Italian names. This one, the color does not do it for me. This looks like a really well done casting. This brown is not it. I kind of like it with the red interior. Maybe if it was a metallic, like a deep metallic brown. I don't really have anything. Oh. Maybe if it looked like that with the red interior, it'd be cool. But this is, like, especially when you put these side by side, that looks very dull. And without the clear coat, it's not all there. But the casting looks good. The sport wheels fit it very well. I like the headlight details. Very nice Maserati grille and detailing. And then your trim bezels down below there, no fog lights. Maserati emblem on the front of the bumper, just like the Ford. This one gets opening doors, which, you know how I feel about opening doors. I think it's kind of useless for the moving parts line, unless it's like a sliding door on a Caravan. Taillights look good. You got your rear diffuser, your markers above, I believe that's where the exhaust exits. Or is it electric? Is this an electric car? They kind of gave it the electric vehicle base. I don't know Maseratis well. I'm kind of looking at like, there's no exhaust exits back here, and is that what the Fordo means? That's a battery. That's most certainly a battery. I don't know. It's Gran Turismo. It's pretty cool. Looks like a gasoline car. Fooled me. You know, Maserati sells about 2 cars a year in the United States, so we really don't get much exposure to them. But there's the Gran Turismo. Alright, now the big 3. These are the 3 that everybody wants. I'm sure a lot of people like Thunderbird if you're into classic Americana cars, which I am to an extent. This is a good extent. Because they got to be done properly. That's done properly. I don't like the slam stuff with flames on them or the drag cars very much. But we'll start here with the Ford F-150 Lightning. This is the original Lightning, not the EV Lightning and not the second-gen SVT Lightning that everybody loves with the step side. This is the original. And boy, it's gorgeous. Now, to get it out of the way, I feel like that front lip just sits a little low. And I don't even know if it's supposed to be color matched. Maybe it is. But it looks kind of weird from a side profile. And maybe the rest of the car is too short. Maybe the cab and the bed's got to be a little taller to offset it. But the front lip throws it off a little bit. But otherwise, this is absolutely stunning. Look at the headlight details. There's your Ford emblem in the grille. This one does get an opening hood with engine details. These details are part of the interior. Or, well, the engine is. The details are, of course, printed on there with the inkjet. You can see how very crystal clear they are. A little, no grain at all. I hope you know that was sarcasm. F-150 badge on the front fender there, which is weird because the exterior details do not have the inkjet. These are all regular decals from the mainline. This one gets the 3-spoke wheels, which is interesting. I'm sure they could have done something else. Well, maybe not. Yeah, the disc wheels probably wouldn't have worked. If you were doing a regular F-150, definitely the disc wheels would work, but for the Lightning, I think it's better off with the 3 spokes here. Love the Lightning graphic on the bedside there. And of course, you got your two fuel tanks, which I guess I wasn't sure was a thing on the Lightnings. I thought that was only a thing on the F250s and 350s having the dual fuel tanks. I don't remember Lightnings having that. It'd be cool if they put the fuel tanks on the base here, but they do not. I like how they made the rivet head, the hubcap, or the center of the rim on the spare. Does this one get a drop-down tab? Oh, it does. See, these are the moving parts that I like. These make sense over opening doors. To have the opening hood and the tailgate, that's awesome. And the tailgate's very helpful for dioramas if you want to make them haul something. The doors just don't work because they're obvious. It's obviously a toy when they're shut, and it's obviously a toy when they're open because you don't have a... the door card's there, but it's like not. It's just all one piece of metal. Yeah, I don't care for opening doors. I will always complain about opening doors in every moving parts video. I love how the rear bumper's done. You got your step pad on the top there, which has a nice texture to it. That's very nice. And of course, it sticks out, as it should. Taillights are actually painted, but you can't really tell. Yeah, what an amazing... Oh, look at that. This is a good angle. That's a good angle. Oh, I love that. You can't even notice, like, the front bumper, really. That's nice. That's nice. All right, the Excursion. I'm super excited for the Excursion. I have a feeling it's going to be a little small, which really should not be the case. They did the freaking Sprinter. I think they could have made this one a little bigger. The Mercedes Sprinter is huge, and of course, this isn't really comparable to a Sprinter in real life, but if Matchbox was able to do the Sprinter the size it was, and maybe the Excursion is also a wide vehicle, so maybe if they made it bigger, it would look narrow. So maybe this was the best balance they could come up with. I don't know. I wasn't there designing it, but I'm just saying, based on what it looks like, I feel like they could have made it just a little bigger. But this thing looks phenomenal. By itself, it looks phenomenal. It's going to look weird next to, other things. It's going to look tiny. But, yeah, especially, Thunderbird looks small, though, too. Forget the focus in there. I mean, it just looks like an Explorer next to it. The Excursions are huge. They were F-150 based. Or F-Series based. I think this one's, like, based on the front end, might be an F-250 base. But, gorgeous. I love the two-tone. Which, is that plastic? It is plastic. The two-tone's plastic, part of the interior. That's interesting. And actually the whole thing is, which is lovely because they could not do that with the Pajero because of the opening door, which is another complaint on the opening door end. That Pajero, they made of course they didn't have to make the two-tone plastic, but they did, and it helps them out because they don't have to detail the whole side of it. And it works well. It's hard to really tell that that's plastic part of the interior. I will honestly say that seam is flawless, and it is phenomenal. The Pajero's not so much. The Pajero's a little more noticeable, and of course I haven't gotten to that video yet. But the opening door having the cladding decaled on there really kills it because it's so noticeable. This isn't. Got a nice big chrome steel bumper on the front here. I say steel like the real car. It's plastic. Headlights, markers, and then your Ford logo and the grille. Excursion on the lift gate. You got a barn door style lift or tailgate, which is cool. Didn't know that was a thing. I don't know why the window must go up first. These things have been out of production for years. I don't get much exposure to them. And they're rare. They don't really show up in junkyards. Taillights look great. And that paint looks great. Metallic blue is amazing. And yeah, this thing's got a good... Oh, yeah, and I almost forgot it was a moving part. Look at that. Oh, and the hood stays up, which is nice because the Lightning doesn't. Oh, never mind. Lightning's a little soft, though. This one's sturdy. Look at that. If I push it, it pulls the whole car with it. The Lightning's very loose. And the Thunderbird, I don't think, stays up. Yeah, the Thunderbird don't stay up. How about the Ford? Oh, wait, no, we know the Ford stays up. The Ford's pretty tight. That one will move the car, too. I say Ford like there isn't 3 others here. But there's your engine details. it kind of gets harder to do these newer cars because, wow, look at that. Looks like we painted at our store. It gets hard to do these newer cars because they get covered up with a lot of plastic, but I'm assuming they wanted to show off. I mean, these weren't covered in plastic, of course. I don't know what engine this is. Do these come with the 10-cylinder Triton? Maybe. That could be it. Doesn't really look like an 8-cylinder to me, but it's very hard to look in there. And, of course, I'm looking at it behind the camera. Someone will let me know what this is. What engine this Excursion's supposed to be, but that thing looks cool. It almost looks like it's almost proportioned like the Suburban casting from a few, right, actually 2 decades ago now. The old Matchbox Suburban casting. And now we saved my favorite for last, like I always do. Well, I save new models for last, but when they're all new models, it's pretty easy to save the Rover SD1 for last. The Vintez. This is peak Matchbox. I know. Let's bring the TikTok language in here, but this is pinnacle. Maybe that's a better word. I am in love with the Rover. That's phenomenal. Just gotta take it in. Easy top 3. Almost said top 5, but no, it's top 3. It might even be number 1 for me of the year. In terms of moving parts, it's definitely top 5 from Matchbox as a whole. I'm trying to think of what was a standout in the main line. The Lyric is actually very good. That review's coming. Well, it lacks detail a little bit, but the casting's good. But this is just stellar. And let's just pop the hood. Oh yeah, this one, the hood opens frontward. I'm not sure how far frontward it's supposed to open, but is that all metal in there? It is. Oh, wait. It isn't. Look at that seam. Almost got me. That's all inkjet print. So the only one that's got a metal engine is the Thunderbird. Figured this one would have felt a little heavier. They probably can't do a metal engine with the way the hood opens. I wish it would open a little farther than that, but oh my god, this is gorgeous. Love that silver trim on the front of the hood there. That really makes it. I hope that headlight didn't get scratched when I opened the hood. Now the hood won't open again. You know what? It probably did. That's pretty tight. Well, no, it didn't. That's the hinge. Probably just a slight defect. But you got your marker lights. I love how the bumper is a separate piece. Actually, yeah, it's a separate piece. The interior is beige. So that's a separate piece. And the rear bumper, I assume, might be the same piece, might be a different piece. Who knows? I don't really see it transferring through the wheel openings there. That is very well designed. Got the base is red, of course, to give the front splitter. So I like that they can do that color break with the black plastic bumpers. The window trim is painted, a little off, but the temp is there. The door cladding looks great. Door handles. And look at that taillight. RVR SD1. Oh my god, this is great. You got your rear wiper there. I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. I freaked out when they said they were doing this, and my expectations were high, and this delivered. And you know, for a little memento, we'll get the Rover Sterling in there. Of course, it's not a Mattel era Matchbox, so it is supersized, but that's a great pair. That is a great pair. I feel like the roof line is a little low here, but we're gonna ignore that. Or maybe it's because this guy's sitting next to him. Oh my god. Phenomenal. Oh, yeah, and then the Sentry's up there, too. The Sentry, the Pajero would... It's so close. This is going to be a hard year to really pick a favorite from. The Lexus GX is pretty good, but not stellar. It's as expected, I would say. I just like it for the choice, but the Rover here is, I guess also as expected, but I had a higher expectation for this one, and it certainly delivered. Let's line these up. I probably won't even use this as a thumbnail. I probably will pull a photo from Instagram, but or maybe I will. I probably will focus the Instagram post more so on the Rover. There you go, guys. That is Mix 7. Let me know what you guys think. The Excursion's kind of blocking the Thunderbird there, but that's okay. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.